Hello everyone, and welcome to Rock Studios Asia Pacific. My name is Gurvin Kaur and I am the Regional Content Lead, and today with me is Bob Buttermore. He is our Senior Vice President and Chief Supply Chain Officer. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you.
Okay, so for today we will be discussing the topic of building a more resilient supply chain. So Bob, with the rising bout of supply chain disruptions following the pandemic and geopolitical issues, how has this impacted the way manufacturing companies run their supply chain processes?
Really what it's done is it's moved the supply chain from being viewed as a cost center or a necessary task to get your products or solutions to market, to it's changed the supply chain as being viewed as a strategic partner, as a part of the boardroom strategy, and a critical part of how you differentiate your customer value. So this is driving incredible collaboration and innovation across companies and enterprises to ultimately build a more resilient supply chain and a more differentiated supply chain for customers. And as a result of this, it's driving incredible transformation in how companies manage their supply chain going forward.
Okay, so based on your experience, what does it mean to build a more resilient supply chain for the long term?
Yeah, I think one of the first things is you have to build a very disciplined planning and strategy process that's based on people, processes, and technology. Which is a big shift for people, building that long-term strategy to be successful from a resiliency perspective. And if you look, it's really about combining technology and the imaginations of people, because that's how all key advancements have really happened in the recent past. Now, if we look at, there's 5 key elements that I think about when I think about how companies are going to build a more resilient supply chain in the future. Number 1 is engaged people, right? Bringing everyone together, working as one across the ecosystem, not just your enterprise, but the ecosystem of your partners to deliver value for your customers and company. Secondly, would be about being customer driven, delivering that differentiated experiences and services and enablement to help your customers be more successful. The third pillar would be really around connected supply chain. This is where digital comes in, and you intelligently combine technology and your network design to enable insights for your people that allows them to be more productive and more successful. The fourth element is sustainability, building a more sustainable future for us all. And it's not just about E, it's about ESG, environmental, social, and governance, and building programs and successful solutions for us all. And then lastly is resiliency. It's really about building that continuity of supply, both with design and supplier innovation, with security and the way you design your network as you go forward. So those are the 5 elements that I think you think about when you're building a resilient supply chain for the future.
Okay, so according to the 2023 State of Smart Manufacturing report by Rockwell Automation, the figures showed that 4 out of 5 manufacturers globally still lack an end-to-end supply chain planning solution. So what would you say to these manufacturers who, have not considered this?
Yeah, well, first what I'd say is it's really interesting. When you talk to suppliers and customers, so many companies today are actually still using spreadsheets and manual processes to manage their end-to-end supply chain. So it's really interesting. I think one of the challenges for all of us is that there are some established players out there in this space that provide solutions, but there's many startups and there's not many broad solutions. However, there is consolidation going on, so I think that's going to create broader and broader solutions as we go forward. But if you look at what is really important for them to look at that and why is by integrating end-to-end supply chain solutions. That will help them ultimately drive real-time decision making that'll enable their people to work on value-add decision making and be more productive. That ultimately turns into productivity for them, turns into agility for them, turns into resiliency for them. That will power their organizations as they go forward. I think one of the challenges for companies that don't integrate end-to-end supply chain solutions, it'll be very difficult for them to deliver on their enterprise goals and remain competitive as they go forward.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Bob, for joining us.
Thanks.
And for more of such insights, please visit www.rockwellautomation.com. Thank you.